myself somewhere to live myself, I'd probably plan to buy myself somewhere that I can rent to somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's no good.
Something.
Yeah, I can't afford it though. I literally can't afford it, Steve. I can't afford it. Yeah. But it's not like I'm on a. Well, I don't know when I go back, but it's not like I was on a crap wage. You know, it was a decent.
Yeah. It worried me. That's why I had a midlife crisis, because I thought, hang on a minute, I'm going to be 50 before I'll even be in a position to put it down a deposit.
That's what I mean.
Because I started thinking of things really.
You bitch.
Cooper book, Wicked, her latest one. I read my book. I lost so much weight. I was so healthy because in the heat, all you want to do is eat fruit.
Yeah.
So I had yogurt and I had watermelon, and then I'd go. I knew some of the bar owners, and I'd go to the bar owners and have a little chat. Anyway, one day you'll love this. There was a woman from Stoke-on-Trent, a big fat woman. And anyway, she's like, I said to her, so what's your name? And she said, oh, I can't do the accent, but I'll do a bad accent. But it wasn't really her. She's like, well, I'm called Sheila, aren't I? And I said, hello, Sheila. You know, how long have you lived in Luxor? She said, I moved to Luxor when I married my third husband. And I said, oh, right, what's his name? Oh, I'm divorced from him, I've got another one now. She said, first I married Mo, and then I married Abdul. She said, and these are all men, like she was like 66 or whatever, and these are all men who are like 42 or 41 or whatever. And it was a bit sad in a way because she was such a nice lady, but when I heard her life story, she'd had such a horrible experience in England and her English husband had treated her so badly. It was like that film Shirley Valentine.
Oh, I love that film.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's meant.
She just had left to get some sun and then, you know, have a change
Didn't go back.
She never went back.
Her husband weren't very nice with her and she...
You and me. But anyway, so I had a lovely few days on my own, sort of reading, enjoying the sun and stuff. It was just fantastic. And you know, what I would do is I'd eat really cheaply in the day, so I'd just have yogurt and a bit of watermelon. I wouldn't eat anything else. And then in the evening, I'd take myself to the big hotel, the Winter Palace, and I'd sit down and I'd dress up.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. I was so...
Did you have people to talk to that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was only 3 days on my own, but yeah, they're always... You always make friends, and the Arabs are so friendly. They chat to everyone.
Yeah.
But anyway, so to time with the Joan Collins story, so I got back to Egypt. I got back from Egypt, and about a week later or so, I had had quite a busy week catching up on work and bits and pieces that I should have done. And the paper asked me if I would go out that evening to what was Getty Images, which is a big photography gallery very near to where I live, actually, about 5 minutes away by Oxford Street. And then later that night, they were sending me somewhere else. Anyway, this girl that I adored, the one I was telling you about, this, I think probably the only girl I've ever really loved, had a job interview in, where was it, on the Strand, say one of the big main streets, on the day. So she was like, oh, can I come and see you? I'm really nervous about the interview and stuff. And I was like, yeah, come and see me and I'll buy you lunch. So I took her for lunch and we had the most amazing lunch on this roof terrace at the Royal Institute of British Architects, which has an amazing sunroof. If you'd love it, I'll take you there. So we had a really lovely dinner, and then I helped her with her interview, and then she's like, well, will you come with me to the interview? And I'm like, well, I don't think I can come into it, but I'll come, you know, I'll take you there. So anyway, we went there on the tube, I took her to where she had to go, and then she's like, will you wait for me? And I was like, okay, fine. So I went to the internet cafe, and while the wait time, I hate computers, but I just thought I'd do it. And then she had her interview, and then I met her afterwards, and we went to another hotel with a sunroof. I know where all the sunroofs are. Yeah. So we were having she actually treated me to cocktails because I bought her lunch. So we were having Pimm's and we were so happy. And I thought, oh my God, I'm with the love of my life again, and it was all perfect. And then this other girl who I used to quite like, but isn't nearly such a nice girl, and I never really had anything with her. Yeah. This other girl was like, oh, I'm in London tonight. Remember, you promised that we'd go out. girl, my favourite one, the one I adore, she had to actually be back at university anyway. So
yeah, so you've seen the opportunity and went for it.
You went from one to the other, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't. But the other one doesn't remotely fancy me, and she's not as nice a person. But anyway, so we had a lovely time on the sunroof, and then the other girl had joined us, and it just wasn't. That was like the end of the amazing day, because we got in a taxi with a. I got in a taxi with a second girl, dropped the first girl off at the train station, and then we went to the party that I had to cover.
That is the complete opposite to the person I am.
Well, we've been goofing around, say that we're going to go up to Corin's, like me and Ben and Steve-O and a couple of others, and have like a day with Corin and just watch Coronation Street and go and have a meal, just a day to get together. Yeah. And I've talked to her about it, and she lives near Corin, like probably like 15 minutes away, and she's been like, nah, I ain't going to do that. No, I'm not doing that. So there's, you can see she's getting you to do something, and there's not.
Yeah,
even, she's not. You know, I think there is like an overextension, like with Benny. Benny puts that bit of acting on. Yeah. He is that person, but then he overextends.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
And I think probably for all of us in here, a little bit, it's like we overextend a little bit of who we are because we want who we are to come over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Without even knowing it, without even realising it.
Agreed, yeah. Yeah, agreed, 100%. 150% agreed. Yeah. But I don't appreciate, look, I might be totally off the cart here, and she might generally be friends with Steve because she found a connection with him straight away. No, I don't. But I don't.
Dude, why was she connected with Steve? Why was she connected?
She was only here 5 minutes, and she you could tell who she puts effort in with, and who she. And I don't believe if I didn't talk to her, I would have probably no connection with her whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not really that interested in talking to her. And but you could tell, like she'll chase after certain people. She'll say, oh, like there's a reason for that, and it ain't because she feels as though she's got more confidence. She knows out there what the deal is, and she feels as though she can, if she can smooth over the Baron and get on the Baron's side, she will join him on the way to the top. Because I don't think they're stupid out there.
No.
I think they can see, and if they're showing it how it really is, they will see. They will see. I hate game players. I hate people that use people. Yeah. It's one thing to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's another thing to.
Why on earth would she connect with a Baron? You think she connect with Corinne because she's from that area, or Josie, whatever?
She's a good looking. A certain way, but not only that, she uses her whole cutesy thing as an advantage.
Doesn't work with me, my friend. And then the second thing is, the Baron isn't being sucked in by none of this. I think it's a good group of people here. I think people are not stupid, you know.
I think it is a good group of people. I think people should be a little bit. I think they need to. I think not everyone is showing their full. That do want to stay in here at all costs, and if that means avoiding nominations, then that's what they'll do. I think there is people in here like that, but I think there are a lot of genuine people in here that are who they're making out to be. I just think they need to throw in a few twists and turns and I think they need to rock the boat. If people aren't going to show their true personalities by week 6, I think that they need to. I think they need to rock the boat.
Nah, never. Never.
He's getting my heart broke because he ends up being a dog. Do you reckon? 7? Because when I lived abroad, the amount of fellas, and they'd speak to me about their girlfriends on the bar, and you could see that they physically love the girlfriends.
No, Big Brother is always, he never sounds happy when he's asking for nominations.
No.
I said to him, why? And we're like, why are you so serious? Cheer up a bit, man.
What did he say?
He went, Big Brother takes nominations very seriously.
Oh.
You could be part of your doom and gloom gang.
Yeah,
I'm with the
Big Brother
perfume
can be
and the
part
robot
of...
in perfume. Oh, my girlfriend wears this one. It's true, though.
You're laughing because you know it's true.
You know what lads are like.
Steve, tell